Welcome back, homies and honeys, to another episode of Final Fantasy 16. The Let's Play continues. This is episode 67. In the last one, we watched Clive get bodied by Odin. Like, let's be fair. Odin made Clive look like he wasn't shit. Which is like, cause Clive been overcoming like everything up until this point. Like, he been pretty much dominating every other challenge that came across him until he got there, and then he just got toyed with, and then Odin just bodied him, which was crazy. I'm pretty sure there's a hunt available. Yes, we got some new stuff going on here. Yeah. So, we got any new lore? No new lore. All right. Go talk to Cheryl.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wet Legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
Boy, Sharon is a G. All right, she's a G. Okay, like straight up.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there. Best stock up while you that great lump.
This was about goats. Why he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart. And I'd fare rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No.
I wouldn't hear a bad word said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lads even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should ever think about doing goats down, we'll be having words.
Going purse weighing you down?
Rune blade. Long before Valstia's alphabet became commonplace, early tribes across the Twins used a form of lettering. Wait a minute, I lost my place. Lettering, now known as collectivity, as runes. While most scholars agree that these runes were merely a crude representation of sophisticated pre-fall writing, some religious sects believe that the symbols hold power that is unlockable only when used in a specific order, much like those inscribed on the blade of this sword. Interesting. Upgrade too, but we might be able to craft, so I'm not going to worry about that right now. Runic belts. Runic scholars separate the ancient logograms into 3 distinct groups: wards of expelling, which are used to emit energy; wards of conservation, which are used to absorb energy; and wards of harmony, which are used to combine the previous 2. Interesting. This might actually be an upgrade. It is an upgrade, but it probably could be better than the Dragon Slayer bracelets, to be honest. These arm guards are not only thought to be enhanced by a myriad of tiny runes engraved around about the white gold ribbon, but also the crescent shape, which itself serves as a protective ward of conservation. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. New elixir. Last elixir. It's the easiest elixir to procure? No, but it is the last one you will ever need. Damn. Upon KO, automatically restore all HP, fills limit gauge, and increases attack power by 10% and defense by 30% for 60 seconds. Wow. So basically, if you die, it brings you back to life, fills all your HP, fills your limit gauge to full, and gives you a 10% attack buff and a 30% defense buff for 60 seconds. It's kind of wow.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Told you, Sharon is a G dog. Got for me, homie. Okay, so we got the rune blade, and we could just make the +1 version right off the rip, which is like a 15% damage increase and stagger increase. Got rune belt. +1. +1 is not good enough to be better than the regal sash. The +1 armlets are definitely better than the Dragon Slayer bracelets. Let's see. Can we see the +2 version? Yeah, it's a 5 HP upgrade and, you know, a decent defense upgrade. I'm not doing the math on that, and I suck at math, so let's not even talk about it. Go back. I want to see if the bracelets. That's the craft version. Rune bracelets. Rune bracelets are definitely an upgrade over that. Belt. Belt is not an upgrade, so not worth getting. And sword is definitely an upgrade. All right, let's. Okay, so we craft the rune blade.
No scratches, right?
With the +1. And I think we craft the or we don't. Okay, so we upgrade this.
My best work, but it'll do.
Okay. No belt. And we craft the +1 rune crescents.
Should last you a good while.
Then we reinforce on the +2.
You can thank me later.
Cool. We got new sword, new bracelets. We're doing all right.
Anything else?
Oh, what is it?
Ask about Sharon.
There's no one like our Nan.
You may be a bit grumpy, but deep down she's got a heart of gold. My mom and dad worked me like a dog and still called me a witless, worthless waste of space. Said it so much I started believing them. But then Nan got wind of how they were treating me, and she didn't like it one bit. Pulled out a big fat purse full of gold and threw it at their feet.
Your lad's worth double that.
She said, And if you lot can't see it, you hand him over to someone who can. All that shining, glittering gil, and Nan said I was worth more. I'd never been so happy in my life.
And I've never looked back.
Started working for Nan right then and there, and I'll gladly stay with her till my dying day. They got quite the relationship.
Take care now.
He basically considers her. I'm assuming Nan is like his way of calling her grandma, like Nana, right?
Do you have a name, doggy? I'd call you Torgal, but that one's already taken.
Booney Bar.
A shadow looming in his path, his life hung by a thread. Yet still he clung unto the mast and bellowed. "All ahead!"
I'm assuming he talking about that L that Clive just took from Barnabas. That's what it sound like.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi. Back again? How may I help you today? Of course. Study it well, Clive.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of ether?
How indeed. My men and I lost an entire day avoiding a flood that wasn't there a fortnight ago.
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me. They're all right. But it's a long story. You lot don't do things by halves, do you? But at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be... sitting under a pile of rubble, I know. But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid. Then I'll check the workshop.
Okay. I see we got a hunt. I'll talk to the Nectar here in a second. Let me look at her.
How may I help you today, Clive?
I need to know
Come
what
to
I'm
claim
looking
your just
for.
desserts?
Okay, so we need 1550. Okay. We're at 1485.
Come again.
Any,
I may have more for you.
any side quests? I doubt it.
Fancy a look at the list, do you?
But that can change though.
Seen enough?
Red Comet. The hunters of Tabor speak of a wild chocobo that haunts not only the nearby badlands, but also their dreams. For it exhibits ferocity rarely seen in the species, and has ripped more than a dozen of their comrades from gizzard to groin and feasted on their flesh. The bird is far past taming. It must needs be put down. Damn. The sickle Dalmechia. Alright, I gotta remember the sickle Dalmechia. Guess I'm going over here to Mid's workshop. Where am I at? Oh, it's not the right way.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone, do you think Mid's ship will ever sail? This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
Is that like the representation of a white mage? I'm pretty sure that is that doll. Alright.
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes.
Pipes?
Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
You mean them big old stogies that he was smoking?
I know this is your hideaway, but you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head, then mine for letting you.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Olympic's gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
Dang.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it?
Middle. I know you like riddles, so I reckon you'll appreciate this one. Of all my inventions, this one's the best, and so when choosing its place for the rest, I recalled your opus, Daughter Dearest, and now it sleeps there in the first. I'm going to have to work on the last rhyme. Good luck.
Sid's best invention. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps I might know.
This track, I like this track a lot too.
See to my boils if Talia ain't around, eh?
Where's Dion? It's kind of interesting.
Well, did you find anything? Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was? Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything? I think Sid may have hidden something inside it. Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
I'm trying not to do the hunt right now, just in case, like, after you complete a certain amount of these little main quest things, like, new quests unlock, and, like, I'm waiting for that to happen. I know it's probably going to. Just when? Oh, the music box.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. There's something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Quest complete. Like father, like daughter. Yeah, if we do the hunt, we'll be able to get that next thing, I think. 1550 is what we need. We're at 1530. Or 92 new side quests will open and new hunts, probably.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Lose a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
I knew it.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
True.
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails.
The final piece.
I have to get back.
I need to look at that. I understand. Not my goal right now, though. The final piece, a small yet intricate clockwork contraption crafted, then hidden away by Sid in the hope that his intrepid daughter might one day find a use for it. Okay. Got some side quests. I see side quests. None here. Good. Nothing there. Nothing down in Dalmecchio. So all the side quests are here in the hub. One is a plus quest. I knew it was gonna happen though. I was calling it. I was waiting for it. I mean, there is a pattern in this game. You can see it after you experience a couple times. Like, you do some main quest stuff and some side quest stuff will unlock. Like, it's definitely a pattern.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root, but they rarely flower. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards with Morbles. I know, but hear me out. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. The fire which drives them appears to be maintained by an abundance of nutrient-rich ether drawn from their environs. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the appendage's wealth of vigor-inducing nutrients might well stimulate the flower to bloom. The endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound. I simply need a vine to prove the theory.
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well, I shan't keep you any longer. I know you have much to do, as do I. Now, where did I put my watering can?
What? So, here it is. Side quests are tied to hunts in some type of way, and I think in order for you to probably do all the hunts in the game, you must do side quests. If you don't, you will. I think there is a way for you to miss out on some of the hunts if you don't do side quests. At least from my experience, because that one quest with Quentin, which is a side quest.
Sid, heard you were in Canva fetching young Med.
Yes. Quentin in Lost Wing is
Miss Shirley, how can we learn
there's a hunt that spawns there, but if you don't do the side quests, I think the Aether Flood never happens there, and you won't get the hunt.
Master Sid, have you seen His Highness the Prince? We were to dine together, or so I was going to suggest, before he vanished, that is. I suppose now I'll just have to ask the Bard.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. It's half of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit,
Worried about him. And you want my advice?
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around, I thought maybe...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
These quests are all plus quests too, so they all add something in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not this one, but I don't know, maybe. Another quest, what the fuck? This might be for the Marlboro. Hear your brother isn't a fan of carrots, Kupo. If carrots and Rosaria like anything like the one that just got posted on the board, I can see why, Kupo. Now we got 2. His name is Carrot. If you should come across the red carrot protruding from the marshes of 3 reeds, do not attempt to pull it from the swampy soil. It is, in truth, another root vegetable entirely. An exotic species of marble that uses a modified carrot-like vine to lure to draw in its prey close before emerging from the earth and swallowing them whole. A cruel way for nature to turn these times of privation to her advantage. You know where that's at. I know exactly where that's at. That's in that fucking big arena with the water that I've checked like 30 times for different hunts. Good to know. I guess. Alright, that's a class. Nope. Doctor Boy.
She can't kick this up. Glory to Griga. There you are. And not a moment too soon.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but she won't hear of it. Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in days. She's pushing herself too hard. And if she doesn't rest soon, will you talk to her? Order her to her chambers if that's what it takes. Because if she keeps this up, I fear the hideaway will be without its best physica before too long.
I know better than to order Taya to do anything. But I'll speak to her.
Oh, thank you. I pray you have better luck than I did.
Well, considering nobody listens to her when she tells us we need rest, or anyone of our patients need rest, I doubt she's gonna want to do the same because nobody listens to her when she tells them.
Say whatever you must, but get her to rest. I'm not physical enough to fill her shoes should we lose her.
I wonder if these motherfuckers can actually like walk and shit, because I've seen a couple like in the Quentin quest, there was one dude, he was sitting on the ground, half like his like foot up to his ankle was like stone, and his hand. I wonder if they get to a point where they can't even move. They are petrified, right? So.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but you do need to rest.
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the agony of those last few hours.
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. Surely. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
I will. We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though, so we rarely have much to hand. I can make the draft if you can bring me what we're missing.
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent, near Lorbert's Pass. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before you return.
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this. If it was me lying there, I know he'd do me the same kindness.
Alright, homies and honeys, let's go get these hunts and knock these quests out. Good boy. You need to go to the sickle one. I don't remember exactly where it's at, but let's go to Dollar Mill. Exactly where the sickle is, and look for this chocobo first. Okay, here. Anywhere around in this area? Transform and roll out.
The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
Mummy. The gentleman of the town guard was...
Let's see, we're at 36 minutes. So we're probably gonna stretch this episode. Do I need potions and stuff? Hold on.
Are you looking for something in particular?
I do.
My thanks. An excellent choice. Fare you well.
Not that way. Wow. Got that Bahamut. Hill Gigas. Ow. Is this motherfucker?
It's over.
Said the sickle. I done ran through here. I don't see no killer chocobo. Ain't no killer chocobo in here either.
Enough of you, are there? What's that?
There's a up here. I don't think I've ever seen this. Maybe I have, and I just didn't pay attention. Maybe I haven't. Boss. Meteorite. Alright, well, we ain't find shit here. That's gotta be him. Watch you be like crazy strong.
That's like no chocolate I've ever seen. Something tells
Oh,
me
he's
it
dropping comments out of the sky. Oh my god. Whoa.
I needed that.
Oh. Oh. I noticed he doesn't have a stagger bar. I keep dodging too early. What? I didn't even see where that was at. Oh my god, he's not stopping. Bro. This motherfucker, bro. Stop it. Holy shit. Almost died, bro. Oh my god. I'll let loose early, boy. Bro, this fucking bird, bro. Jeez, bro. A pain in the ass. Comment feather. As truly red chocobos are rare, one might assume the same could be said for their feathers. Yet somehow they are found in nearly every market from DeMille to Northreach, contrary to what merchants hawking them would have you believe. However, the items on sale are more often than not the feathers of a robin or even common hens obtained by defeating Dread Comet.
Poor beast. There was nothing I could do.
Bro, he was a pain, bro. He was a pain because you can't stagger him. Like, he had no stagger gauge, so he was just like a fight, basically. And like, he got to a point where he was just dropping meteor, like, comets left and right. Like, he just was not stopping. Gotta restock my potions and shit. 'Cause I was just getting tapped out by them comets. They're dodging too late, dodging too early, dodging into ones.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Are you looking for something in particular?
Yeah, just healing items, that's all.
Here you are. My thanks. Fare you well.
One of these. This is the Marlboro, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this motherfucker's right here. Like, I'm almost convinced it's here. No? I expect some bullshit. Wow, rage already? Oh. Shit. Acid rain. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. I can't dodge that. There it is. Easy clap. I'd say he's probably easier than a damn chocobo. Marble tendril. Extending from the underside of a marble's body, these tendrils mainly serve as a purpose of locomotion. When times are lean, however, they can also serve as temporary roots, drawing ethereal energies from the soil. And we got the marble flower. It is said the marble only blooms once every 30 summers, and when it does, that the resulting flower emits such a noxious odor that flies, beetles, vultures, and even creepers of carrion are drawn from leagues around by the stench. The resultant convergence sees the flower pollinated with the marble devouring those late to the festivities obtained by defeating carrots.
That was definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
The window to the wall. Oh, I'm supposed to speak with Black Form. Get that. We'll get it done sooner or later. I forgot about that quest. I'm probably gonna have to go back out. place, bro. I'm looking for a spooter.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Go, babe. And get no spider eye. There we go. The creature whom from this orb was plucked is of the order commonly known as the Weeping Widow, whose venom is produced not in the salivary gland but in the tear duct. They won't spin their webs in shaded bowers or the roofs of dark caves, and the rain of paralytic tears upon any animal unlucky enough to pass beneath them. They prey beneath them. They prey, once rendered immobile and bound in the gossamer silk for later consumption.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients by now.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Thank goodness you're back. Taya looks like she's about to collapse.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Elysia, but Taya's right. Sometimes it's all we can do. A single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light, mid-here. Drifting on waves.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
Is that like her dad or some shit? Sounding.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive?
I'll see that he's properly laid to rest.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles.
Okay.
On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child when they shipped me to their triage tents to treat the wounded with my gift. But in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he taught me the true physicker's art, that is.
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift to the bearers of the world. A respite from the agony of the curse's end.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like for a bearer soldier. Marched from one battle to the next, never knowing which might be your last. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But my mentor's gift gave the dying one fleeting moment of tranquility before the end. I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too many of my friends taken. Something needs to change. And we need to be the ones to change it.
And we will. I promise.
I hope so.
How are you doing? Don't be a stranger, eh?
How may I help you today, Clive?
It was like, oh, you need 1550. Then I got 1550, and then it went up. Ring of Swift Shot. Genji gloves. Huh.
All done?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
If it's knowledge you seek.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you. Would you mind telling us why?
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said, then I'm sorry.
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories better left forgotten.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Blackthorn. But sometimes it helps to talk about them.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work of Zoltan. We apprenticed together back in the day.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen him in decades, and the last time I did, we almost came to blows. The ring brought it all back. I could tell it was one of his the moment I saw it. Bastard's improved, though. More than I thought possible. That thing's a work of art.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it matter to you?
It matters because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detailed.
So what? You're an armorer, not a jeweler.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul into my work. Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best. And I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Zoltan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit? Learn his secret.
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand. Keeping the curse breakers armed and armored. Provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going to distract you, we need to do something about it.
What'd you say, Blackthorn? You know he's right. And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then? Zoltan, was it?
In Dravozd, my old village. He won't have left. He's the chief.
Dravozd, eh? That rings a bell. Not far from Tabor, right? Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. I'll see you there.
I don't know why they keep showing this man shit. Every time they show him an item, he gets depresso. Alright? They need to stop. Stop doing that. Alright?
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft this to the Morganbeards... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once.
Ew.
It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen vigor. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.
A potion upgrade. Please, sir, can I have some Marlboro? Invigorating Morganbeard extract. If adding the extract, the Morganbeard petals curative, or performance enhancing potions increasing their potency. Then imagine adding the extracts of Morganbeard petals fortified with the vigor of a Marlboro gripped with the madness might do. Oh, excuse me. Cool. Consumable potency maximized. You obtain the invigorated Morgan beard extract, further increasing the potency of most consumables, both potions, high potions. Now restore even more HP, while strength and stone skin and lionheart tonics last even longer. Nice.
Allow me to thank you again, Master Sid. I do believe you have quite a knack for this sort of work. Should you ever grow tired of saving the realm, we would happily welcome your assistance here in the backyard on a permanent basis. I jest, of course.
All right, homies and honeys, I'm going to go ahead and make the cut in this episode here. In the next one, we'll take on the other side quest for Blackthorn. You know, hopefully you enjoyed this one. You'll be back for the next. We're going to be OUT out. Deuces!